Najee, Kenny Pickett also. Kenny banks out. No, oh my, what's going on? Let's go, TD! What the hell was that? Let's go! Fan it! Yes! Yes! Let's go!
Ladies and gentlemen, we are back. We are back in my studio. Let's go! We're back. We are back, son. First of all, I tell you what, I thought it was hot in Queensland. It is really hot down here. It's about like 83 degrees Fahrenheit, I think, 84 degrees. It is super warm, man. It is really warm. So this is around this time of year when it starts getting this. Yeah, what is it? 83? Hang on. 82. So I changed it. There it is, 82. Pretty warm. It's like my 26 or whatever, same thing, right? But around this time of year, when the first week, 2 weeks or whatever for the football season, yeah, it starts to really warm up. So it's going to be a hot summer. I tell you that. But I'm back. I'm back from Queensland. Good to be back in my little studio, little home, or my actual home. So much easier to record podcasts and do videos than it is in the hotel room. Much better with my table, my setup, and everything behind me. So yes, hopefully look out for more content as we go throughout the season. And I'm not going on any more holidays, but it was a lot of fun. Maddie got married up top. If I was more prepared, I would have more photos and stuff like that. But I kind of just, like normal, I just woke up about an hour ago. So I slept in today too. I was pretty exhausted. I drove home from the airport. But overall, good holiday, fun holiday, and we are back at it. So it was awesome to be up there. But it's kind of similar to here anyway. I live 5 minutes from the beach that I can walk around with the water, and up there in Coolangatta, as you guys saw some of the photos I did in my formal uniform and stuff like that. Yeah, it was a lot of fun, man. It was good fun. So, but I'm already hot today. Already hot. Oh, 100%. Yeah, 100%. Yeah. And also, yeah, 100% to Maddie. Yep. Maddie and Jess got married, and that was the first time I met Jess. But it was a lot of fun meeting everyone too. Kind of a little like a little bit awkward because I didn't know anyone. But I've known Maddie for 3 or 4 years now, and we've done a podcast together. So it was fun, man. It was fun to be invited to that scenario. You know what I mean? But who's in the house? But I'll tell you what, like it is like, yeah, it's going to be a hot summer. G'day, Jed. What's going on, mate? G'day, George. G'day, Rod with Jed George on fire. G'day, still saying Jedi as well. And Michael in the house too. And other guys are coming here as well. G'day, Jeremiah Yoda. What's going on? Yes, back home. Good to go. I'll be ready for the game on the Browns game coming up. But in today's show, I'm just gonna catch up on stuff. I want to catch up on some things too. I'm gonna go through like my Twitter. So I want to do this as well if I can. Let me show you. Hang on. So I'm gonna go through my Twitter a little bit because I want to catch up on what's been happening the last week and just give you my quick thoughts and stuff. And how, look, don't stress out. It's only been one game. That's kind of like my message here. It's only been one game. But I know there are some reports out there that AB wants to play. Big Ben is OC, that kind of stuff. So we're going to go through my Twitter. And g'day, Toddy. What's going on, mate? 100%. This is what I miss, man. This is good stuff. Who was worried? Half the Steelers fan base. I've seen things like, you know, not only, I hope my audio is good, by the way. Not only just like, you know, fire Tomlin, fire Matt Canada, fine. Look, you can have your opinion. You can feel frustrated. I've seen that Kenny is a bust. I've seen that Najee is a bust. Just things you just go, really? We're saying it after one game. To me, it's way too early. I think you got to give Kenny at least a year or 2 years to fight into this offense and see what happens. That's a good point, though. Rod does say 2 in a row we're at home, we're toast. Now, part of me, look, I'll be honest. Part of me wants to see the meltdown. I want to see Steelers fans go crazy. I want to see them go, if we lose 2 in a row, like I kid you not, the world's going to explode. If the Steelers go 0-2 and we lose to the Browns at home, the whole world's gonna go kaboom like that. It's gonna it's gonna explode. Like it really is. You thought the takes were bad, or like, the amount of frustration was bad. If we lose to the Browns, the Yinzer of all Yinzers are just going to absolutely explode, and it's going to be crazy, right? It's crazy. So, I set the world on fire. Yeah, man. Anyways, what we should do today, and look, I feel the frustration. I get that. We're all fans here. We understand, and we had the overall hype, and we talked about that stuff to and maybe I was too hyped for the season. Maybe I was. I don't know, but we talked about the overall hype. But I just think I'm at the point now. Okay, we see where there are problems with Canada. I think every single podcast around the internet is talking about that. There is problems with Canada. At the same time, the execution was pretty bad too. So overall, it was a bad game. And overall, when you think about it too, the 49ers are a good team. I underestimated the 49ers completely. Like, I thought Brock Purdy was going to get smashed. Next minute, he's out there throwing 2 TDs. The running game was on fire. CMC, charged up and run 150 yards. All that kind of stuff. Like, I expected the Steelers to at least be competitive, like you're saying, Michael Mayer, right? I expected that. Now, what happened was they just what Rod said, they just ran into a buzzsaw, which were the Niners. They legit just threw themselves into barbed wire over and over and over and over, and we couldn't get out of that. Now, Matt Canada, he's talked about a few things and how they're trying to get better. Kenny's getting better, but we hear this, right? After losses, we always hear this. Now, I'm not too worried, right? And I'm to the point with my fandom and how I see my team. And yes, maybe I'm looking through black and gold goggles. But until we're eliminated, like, mathematically, then I'll keep on finding ways how they can improve. Now, they pretty much ran into the number one 49ers team in the NFL. They're ranked number 1 now. They have what I think is like an okay to good quarterback in Brock Purdy, but the team around them is fantastic. Like, the way how they ran to the ball with what is it Fred Warner, the middle linebacker, he nailed Najee, all that kind of stuff. We saw that. We understand that, right? So I'm just saying it's only been one game and we can't give up just yet. G'day, Gene, what's going on? Oh, he did. Yeah, he did. And maybe that's a good point. Maybe that was a good thing to wake up Pickett and wake up this Steelers team, because they were going so high after the offseason, in the offseason and preseason football. They were so high. Maybe they needed this to wake them up. I did. I saw half of that too. Jedi says, "Did you see Stephen A. Smith's reaction?" I did. I saw half of it. He's going crazy, but they're kind of like paid to push that way. I saw that he's meant to be. A. Smith is like a Steelers fan, but he's also another fan too. He's on TV. They're kind of meant to push that way. I'm just thinking from a pure what I see, basically in one big nutshell, and I'm going to move on and I'm going to go catch up with the week that was, right? To me, we got our ass beat. We got our ass handed to us. The Steelers weren't ready. Yes, they weren't coached right. Yes, the execution wasn't there. And yes, it was a wake-up call for every single body on the team to say, you know what, preseason doesn't matter. And also, you lost Cameron Hayward for 8 weeks. He's on IR. And you lost Deontay Johnson as well for 4. Next minute, we have to just support them, I think, and get ready for the week 2 in the Browns game. They're going to be a hard game too, by the way. They are. I know we don't like Myles Garrett, but he's a pretty good edge rusher. Zadarius Smith out there, he's pretty good. Watson played well last week. The Browns, they played well against the Bengals. I went back and watched some of the highlights too. I think Greg Delpit took away Jamar Chase. There were some good plays in their secondary and some good creative plays where they were moving the ball around and moving the Browns offense. And they won the game 24-3. So I'm just kind of like, the overreaction, I think, was way too over. It was almost similar to like, if you win that game and we call ourselves Super Bowl champions, that's the way it was. Because we lost that game, we're 0-1 and the world's ending. That's what it felt like. But now if we lose again at 0-2, we're going to feel like the world's ending again. I'm going to have Arsenal DB on the show, I think Sunday night as well. We're going to discuss that. If the Browns win, will the world end? That's pretty much the narrative there. But let's see who else is in the house. G'day, JD52. What's going on? If we lose, I'll be without will to live. All right, let's go to You know what? There's also a part of that. There's also a part of that. There's also a part of that live stream. Right? This kind of like, when do I laugh? You know what I mean? And sometimes you have to laugh at this stuff. You just have to. But I want to go back to my Twitter, right? So I got my Twitter here. And I was going to cover these in individual videos, but I might as well I just need to catch up. I feel like I've been a bit out of the loop for the past 3 or 4 days when I've been on my holiday. So let's catch up a little bit, right? Hang on. Oh my goodness. Okay, so I'm going to show you a few things that I think was kind of interesting from what I. And by the way, if you want to follow me on Twitter, it's like Steelers, then OZ or OZ. Yeah. Oh, Steelers Oz if you want to. And pretty much a bit of a secret. A lot of my content I share there, then I replay back on the YouTube page. But here's what I found, and we'll start from Emily. Can't pronounce her name, but she's a reporter from Pittsburgh. Mike Tomlin and Kenny Pickett bouncing back. This is a guy that's fully committed. This is a guy that works his tail off, 100%. And I do know that like a lot of people were calling for Kenny Pickett that he's a bust, that he's terrible, yada 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 yada. I just don't see it just yet. I'm just give it time. Everybody was so high on Kenny in the preseason, in the offseason, and then one game you're gonna say because you verse a really hard 49ers defense, you're gonna give up. I just don't see it. Right. So there's also other news that people have covered too, which does make no sense. Anyone who thinks that AB is coming back, you're crazy. He's not coming back. So this happened 3 days ago. AB says, "Hear me out." You know, I love AB. I used to love him. I have his jersey. I thought he was a great receiver. He could have been one of the best for the Steelers. Could have been a Hall of Fame. He could have been, Steelers Hall of Honor. All that stuff. But he's crazy. He is something is up, and he's not there mentally. He's just not there. He's just not there overall, mate. And he's crazy. I just can't. I actually have no respect for him anymore. I can't stand him. And I said, nah, mate. So he's not coming back. That is not happening. Trust me, it's not happening, guys. Next was some bloke called Allegheny Andy said he analyzed every single drive where we had 159 punts, 84 field goals, TDs, and overall conversion rate. Biggest takeaway was conversion rate was 36%. Right? Needs turning points. And I'll tell you what, he has to do better. Like he needs to do better. That's the thing. This Matt Canada offense we've been talking about for 3 years, it needs to do better. It has to. But I'm not giving up just yet. G'day, Brian Brown. What's going on? G'day, Brian. What's up? Yeah. And the thing is, like, okay, if it were to be a whole season, like one full season, and KP's not the guy, fine. I would understand that take and that opinion and all that kind of stuff. And everyone has their opinion. We know that. It's the internet. The internet is the internet. But it's been one game. I just can't believe the overall drop in I guess fandom or to support the team is like we're gonna go to the playoffs. We're gonna do this, and we get smashed by the 49ers, and then everyone goes, "Oh, we suck. We're terrible," which we are. We do suck, but it's not over. It's not over. All right. Let me move on. Sorry, I got my allergies playing up too. So hang on. 1 second. 1 second. Sorry, I turned the fan on today and all the dust was everywhere. All right, let's keep going. So I understand that he's not the best. I get that. Will they extend his contract? Probably not. It doesn't look like it, right? Some other moves, those guys actually came back. So I will do the practice squad last because there's been a lot of moves in the practice squad. Now, I did see this. Dale Lolley said the Steelers have won 20 consecutive Monday night games at home in a row, except they did lose. I think Dave was telling me on Steel Curtain Network that they lost against the Washington Commanders on a Monday, but they have like 20 games in a row Monday night. Now, I wrote back or retweeted and said, let's get 21. I said, these bandwagon fans will come back. Oh my God, Pickett is a pro. Because we kind of might see that. Like if Kenny Pickett goes out there and scores 3 TDs, we win the game, I don't know, 27-26 or 27-21, and Pickett has a great game, then all those guys come back. And I'm not saying it's a fix, but I'm saying we're getting better. I just find this stuff really intriguing how they jump off the ship so fast after one game. because I always bring it back to if I wasn't on social media, if I wasn't on YouTube, you legit just go, that sucks. You go to work, and then the next week you wait until Monday Night Football and you watch the game again, and you just see what happens. If the Bengals win and we win, every single person in the AFC North is 1-1. And we had a non-conference game versus the 49ers, which is apparently the best team in the NFL right now. It's not the worst loss we can have. Now, if we're going to lose 5, 6, 7 games, then sure, they raise the alarm. But right now, don't raise the alarm. Keep on cheering on. And we're still yet to see the Steelers. They've got to run the ball too. Matt Canada's system didn't run the ball the other day. Now, Anthony Miller did a little tweet thing and says, and I said, hopefully Steelers give you the shot. They haven't signed Miller. That didn't happen. UK Steelers says to me, I retweeted, I said, we all got over Sunday yet, which we have. We've been 4 days past that. I said it's only one game. Now, something intriguing is happening next year for the practice squad too. Next year, practice squads will expand to 17 players, and they will have one international player. So look out for that. You get guys from Germany, Mexico, I don't know, Australia, New Zealand, wherever, all around the world, Ireland, that they can be. One international player is allowed to be on the squad, which will make it 17 players, right? Okay, let me keep going. I've got a lot, by the way. I've got a few and go. Now, I did see this too. Here's a JJ Watt versus TJ Watt through 88 games. Pretty much TJ Watt's on fire. As we know, coming up this week, he has one more sack. If he gets one more sack against the Browns, he breaks the Steelers' all-time record, which is like 82, I think, sacks. 81. 81? Must be 81 because he's on 80.5 now. So he's already on fire. His brother in 88 games got 1 interception. He's got 6. Needs a TD though. He's got 76 sacks. His brother he has 80 solo tackles. Forced fumbles 25. TJ Watt's amazing, and we just need the playoff games and stuff like that to match, right? Next, I did see this and I thought this was really funny. So I don't know if you saw that, like those aliens were found in like Mexico or something. I don't know what it is. I have no idea what it is. But that little face, I don't know. It's just so weird. It's so odd. So it's so odd. Anyways, Picker to Pick and Season says they released aliens before the Bengals won a Super Bowl, which is correct. The Bengals haven't won a Super Bowl in 57 years, right? So I thought that was hilarious. I thought that was just so stupid and fun, just to lighten up the day. Now, let's get into some other stuff we got from the Matt Canada news, around the corner too, right? He's been in the press conferences, all that kind of stuff. Ike Taylor believes that Matt Canada will be more creative going forward with the offense. And you know what? He kind of has to be when you think about it. I know there's a long way to go, but he has to be. In that 49ers game, they chose to take the ball 3 and out. The jet sweep didn't work. Nothing worked. And then every time they gave the ball to the 49ers, there was complications and they scored points and they were down by 20 points at halftime or 20-7, right? The only time the football, moving the football work was in the offense was when it was 20-7 and we scored that touchdown in 2-minute drill. So Ike Taylor, part of the scouting staff, legend of the game, legend Steeler, he believes that Matt Canada can see something more creative going forward. So he's kind of in the building and he sees that, right? But there was a quote from Matt Canada. And I guess the frustrating part for me is we do keep hearing the same things. And I know that people who say that about Tomlin too, it's very similar. When there's a loss, you hear the same things over and over and over. And after a while, it just becomes, just white noise. You don't hear anything, right? So I understand that frustration from the Matt Canada, the fired Tomlin. That's kind of why I don't really have the argument anymore or the debate anymore, because I don't really care. I don't really care about the pro or the con on either side. But Matt Canada says here, we didn't play like we've been played or practiced. I don't have the answer why. I kind of don't like that. I think you should have an answer why. I think you should find out something. We are certainly working on it. We are evaluating like we do, win or lose. We're sure surprised with the whole deal. You can't run from it, but you have to be better, and we will be. So some accountability there, but the reason you don't know why, that's frustrating. You can't score 7 points. I don't care what anyone says, right? Give me 1 second. Hang on. I'll come back to the comments in a minute. Alrighty. Sorry, I just got this little allergies in the air. I just got stuff. G'day, just me. What's going on? Who else in the house too? Anyone else in the house? Do I miss anyone? G'day, Alex. How are you? I'll answer your question now. So no, I didn't have any time. Have you had any time to watch any breakdowns of Canada off? Nah, honestly not. I've been so busy trying to just get home. Yesterday I woke up, got kicked out of the hotel at 10 a.m. I watched the Eagles game. By the way, that was a good game. And we're going to talk about two issues from the Eagles game too that I think is going to affect the NFL. G'day, Yuli. What's going on, mate? Yeah, I didn't watch any offense from here. I'll tell you what, I kind of don't want to go back. I watched the first half and I'm kind of ready to move on, but I think we're going to see a lot from this Steelers game and Steelers offense versus the Browns going forward. And then of course we have the Vegas game too. So I don't think one game, to be honest, I think Kenny Pickett, they threw it too much. They tried to run, they should have ran the ball more than 9 times. They threw it 46 times and that's never going to work. That's never, ever going to work in my opinion. Alrighty. All right. So let me go back to the Twitter. Give me 1 second. Right. So I did see that. Now, Matt Canada, he's the talking point of everything, right? Same time, no one really brings up Terrell Austin. Secondary was bad. The run game was bad. Matt Canada is like the shield, the Captain America shield for Terrell Austin. Let's be honest, right? His name has been used over and over and over, but we do want to see something better, okay? Andrew Filippono way says Matt Canada on the Steelers' ineptitude is one game. And I do hear him on that, but we do want to see something better. I've been calling it all last year. You had 18 points in 2022. In 2021 was 20 points per game. And so far it's 7 points per game, which is bad. So there's a lot of problems on the Steelers offense, defense, and whole team. And maybe the hype was too high. But in saying that am I muted? I hope not. Okay, yes, I'm not muted. In saying so as well, I believe that this team can do something again versus the Browns, although the Browns are actually going to be a pretty tough game because they looked all right last week. Now, of course, we know that Cameron Hayward is going to miss 8 weeks. That sucks. How do we fill in Cameron Hayward to miss 8 weeks? Do you bring in Armon Watts? Do you bring in DeMarvin Leal? Do you have Keanu Benton starting in the lineup too? What 3 players are going to be there? Can Ogunjobi help out the run too? Like, that sucks. That's not good for our team. He's the leader. He's the run stopper too. Very physical on the line. So that is pretty tough to stomach. And it's a bit of a setback for this team too. And of course, we have Deontay Johnson missing 4 games too. And how do you fill that role? But I feel like Calvin Austin, and I know it sounds crazy, but even Gunnar Olszewski will fill that role too. And they'll get some more passing catches to him. Or we might even see Connor Hayward get some more catches too. Now, I did see 2 signings where I told you it's going to be a lot. Des Fitzpatrick's going from the practice squad to the active roster, but will he be active on game day? Now, here's a fun one. What the? Brad Wing? Are you kidding? Brad Wing. Hey, Yuli, man. That's cool. 8 months. It's been 8 months? That's insane. All right, let's go back. Let's go. That's insane, Yuli. That's incredible. That's almost a year, really. All right, let's go back to Brad Wing because I don't understand where this came from. Now, the Steelers did get him in for a workout, right? But it's Brad Wing. He's nothing too top bloke. He probably is. Look. I put a lot of shade on him. Honestly, I put a lot of shade for no reason, right? But I just didn't see anything that he did. And if you even look to his numbers, if you go and compare Presley Harvin to Brad Wing, he has 1 yard average better than Presley Harvin in average yards per punt, right? And also, inside the 20-yard line in percentage, he has a worse percentage. He has 29%, whereas Presley Harvin has 31%. Brad Wing, sorry, mate, is not our favor. He's not our savior, not favor. He's not our savior. So I did see a lot of comments saying, well, g'day, Chloe. I saw a lot of comments saying, oh, cut Presley, do this, do that, yada, yada, yada. But Brad Wing is not the savior. He's my age. He's 32 years old. He hasn't played in the league since 2019. He's been playing XFL. I feel like the Steelers just brought him in to say to Presley Harvin, hey, mate, we're bringing in punters to, put you on to make you feel not comfortable and work harder. That's what I think anyway. So this guy is not the savior. Yes. So I saw so many people on the internet and Facebook and wherever were talking about how Brad Wing's going to turn the place around, and they want him or they want Braden Mann. Now the punting hasn't been the best from President Harvin, but it's not the overall issue. The overall issue is the coaching, is the execution, is the run game, is committing to the run, is playing Najee, using Warren, is all that kind of stuff, right? Kenny Pickett's accuracy was pretty bad in the last game. He needs to get better. He needs to be, more comfortable, confident in the pocket. He didn't look very good. He forced footballs into DJ and another bloke. He had two interceptions, right? Two interceptions. So our savior is not Brad Wing. Let's be honest. No offense to you, mate. You're probably a good Aussie bloke. I don't know why. I just didn't really like your attitude when you were the Steelers. I didn't think you were that hot, fresh. But that's me, another Aussie bloke here. But mate, it is what it is. Brad Wing has been worked out, and that's it. There's nothing else to it. There's nothing else to it, right? So it says here that Harvin has averaged 42.3 yards per punt. Well, Brad Wing has only averaged 43.1. So it's only like a 0.9 of a difference. No, they're not in it. They're not. I don't think they're in the market for a new punter. I just think they're bringing him in to kind of like a scare tactic and that kind of stuff, right? I won't go for the injuries this year, but I think the injuries. I think Ogunjobi came off the thing too. Okay, let me go. So here's what I want to talk about next. Is this what I want to talk about? Yes. So what he said, the touchback rule is the worst rule in the NFL and needs to be abolished immediately. So I don't think so. I think that's false. I think you need to hold onto the ball. If you're reaching for the goal line, it is your goal to score a TD, or you secure the ball and you run out of bounds. So this, I'm sorry, Vikings fans, this is a good rule. I don't care what anyone says. You have to have possession while going over the line. And if you throw the football over the line and runs out of bounds, then it's a turnover. That's just my opinion, right? Next one. I said, hope we can keep big press, Harvin. Some fans are so quick to move on from Harvin. They are. We're so quick to move on for anyone. We signed. I'll do the practice squad in a minute. Okay, one more to go. This is the last one I want to show you guys, and we'll get back to the discussion and questions and that kind of stuff, right? This one I actually like this play. Not only because I've got Jalen Hurts in my fantasy and he got me 2 touchdowns plus another 1 or 2 passing, but my theory is if you can't stop it, get better. Don't ban it. So I did hear that Mike Tirico was saying that they're trying to ban this or look at this play in the offseason because it's like safety issues, player head hitting. I think it's a great play. If you can't stop it, and I wish we did this. I wish we had the big guys at the back pushing our quarterback forward to get it, have a massive scrum. If you can't stop this play, then that's your problem. It is not the offensive problem, right? I think it's a great play. You line up six offensive linemen, a tight end. You have 2 running backs, maybe a fullback back there too, to push the quarterback forward who has the ball. It's like an old school rugby scrum. And also, the Minnesota Vikings, they aren't ready for this. They're not ready for this, right? You got the guys in the back line. If you know it's going to be a sneak, it's not even a sneak anymore. You know it's going to be a run. So go to the line and stop them, right? Do what Troy would do. I think it's a great play. I know the NFL is going to look at this next year and they're going to try and ban it. They're going to try and ban this play where you can't push your quarterback forward for a first down. And Jalen Hurts got 2 TDs out of this, right? So I say don't ban it. Makes no sense to me. And that might be it. Yep. That's it. All right, guys. That's it for my Twitter rant. Holy dooly. I'll come back to the chat. Well, I've been going for half an hour. I've been going half an hour. That's fantastic. Let me catch up. Holy dooly. Exactly right. I don't understand. I just don't get it. Oh, hang on, come back. Yeah, I don't get it. I just don't. I think I was watching the game yesterday, and it was the Eagles game, but it was that kind of game, and I just don't. It's fine. The rule: if you fumble the football out of the end zone, then it should go to the defense at the 20. That's fine to me, right? Yeah. Yeah, I did. That was your comment, right? That made me laugh too. That made me laugh as well. Um, that made me laugh the other day when you said that Big Ben should be the offensive coordinator, um, calling plays or calling stuff from his podcast. I thought that should be funny, man. G'day, Smackdown. What's going on? So I've caught up now. I'm down the bottom. Oh, it's funny. Um, but yeah, overall, I just don't think we need to sweat. To be honest, I think we should be cheering our team on, supporting our team. It's one game. It's almost like we can move on now and we can start to focus on the Browns, right? Because the Browns are a tough team. They can run the ball with Nick Chubb. They do have Watson there. I think he played quite well last week too. So yeah, George, I can see him sipping a beer and calling plays. And Alex says here, Korea does a Korea. Alex, because wait, you mean uh, is he mean Alex Kazora? Is that what you're trying to say? Says the offense is boring and using. Yeah, I can see that too. I guess I'm just trying to remain optimistic in what is the Matt Canada offense, if that makes any sense. I'm trying to remain somewhat hopeful because I can see all the skillful players that we have, and but then you do see what this system is or like what they do. Why can't we get Pickens the ball more involved? What Kenny Pickett was under pressure. The run game was non-existent. It was the 3 and 4s, and we scored what we got 2 yards in the first half. So I understand that. I get both sides. I understand why people want to fire him, but I don't think we should give up on the season. Do you know what I mean? It's been one game. We should see what happens. However, if it does carry on for 4, 5, 6 games and we're 0-6, then sure. then sure. Yeah. Holy dooly. It's a good play. I think so too. I think it is a good play. Brian says, who would realistically replace Canada next year? I don't know. It's one of those things where I don't even know other offensive coordinators. You know what though? It's also one of those things too. If all off season we didn't say his name. We never said his name. The funky hat, the sunglasses. We never said Matt's name. We never said Mr. Canada up north, the Great White North. We never said it because we saw the improvement on the offense. And yes, they were versing preseason guys, but we saw a bit of rhythm. We saw some good play calling. And the next minute, we verse a really hard team. So I'm kind of hoping that the Steelers can wake up when they verse the Browns. They can run the rock. They can do all these things. Score some yards, some TDs, and just get back on board. Get back to the plan. The plan is winning football games, right? Holy dooly. Kozora, right? Kozora, yeah. Yeah. You feel like you're a Bigfoot. G'day, Pepper's in the house too. What's going on, Pepper? I saw that Grossi had a stream today. He was doing a birthday stream too. I saw some of that. You might have been in that one as well. Holy dooly. G'day, Darkstorm. What's up? Cam Wizenarm. But the thing is though, like I just know if everything goes right, we're fine. If everything goes wrong, the world's ending. You know what I mean? If we come out of this game and I would love to see Najee Harris get the ball 25 times and the run be effective. Yeah, I was in there, man. I was in there today or yesterday too. He does a great job. Grossi does a great job. He's fantastic, right? But if we could just run the football effectively, offensive line and start to work. I think Chooks might be out. They were working, I believe, Broderick Jones at right tackle. I think he was at right tackle. I think that was happening. Dan Moore was rated the worst tackle by PFF, so he was getting burnt. But the whole offensive line got beat last game. They just couldn't compete with the big boys, that being the 49ers. And to me, it might take a long time for the season to go through the whole season to get better, right? Where's the football we saw last year that was winning the 4 games in a row, that we beat the Ravens, that we beat the Raiders, we beat the Browns at home, at our home, sorry. Where was that kind of football? I just don't. A big thing of it was We were so hyped. I was so hyped, and the big crash. And now I even saw the preview with Bad, if you saw that yesterday, and he talked about how it's a weird feeling because Steeler Nation is just so let down and deflated, like Tom Brady's footballs. We're so deflated, and we're just like, ugh. We don't know what to think. At the same time, you've got AFC North football coming in. You have to be ready for this game. Holcomb, Roberts, all these guys, TJ Watt, have to play as hard as they can and cause havoc to get a win. And the only way that we start to feel better about this team in this season for any hope in the playoffs, the only hope we ever see is getting a win. If you get a win going 1-1, it kind of cleans the slate a little bit and you get better every week. I don't care if we win 23-21, 17-16, 15-14, whatever. I don't care. I don't care if we get 5 field goals or whatnot. I just want to see a win, but they've got to get better. And the thing is, we don't see that. We see the offense getting worse, and we see the defense getting gashed by the run game over and over and over. Now, who's going to fill in for Deontay Johnson? Is it Calvin Austin? Is Gunnar Ashis going to fill in? Do you see Miles Boykin in this game? Do you see some more creative plays getting Fry move the football? You know what I'm saying? I don't know. Playoffs? Playoffs? We're trying to win a game. Yeah. Big time. All right, we need to take a quick break. We're all cancelled. Let me take a quick break. I'll be right back. Oh, it's the wrong one. Let me take a quick break for the favorite one.
It's the Steelers. What isn't there about it? It's everywhere. Man, I'll play punter if they want me to. Whatever coach tells me, I'll play. Man, I love football. I love to play the game of football. I'm ready to play football. I'm happy to be here. I'm just happy to be here. I'm happy to be a part of this team. So I'm happy to be here. I love the game of football. I think it's art. I think it should be played a certain way. And that's why I love to play the game. I just love football.
I like that. TJ going to get another 4 sacks on Deshaun. Did he get 4 last year? I think he got 3 right in the last game, right? He was sacked 7 times. I reckon we see him break the record versus Debo. And also Debo Harrison broke that record against the Browns too. So I think we see that. So yeah, I know how we're all feeling. We're feeling frustrated, deflated, angry, pissed off, annoyed. The overall hype did not match the expectation. It feels the same time as last year. I get that. It feels like we've regressed. It feels like, it's not fun right now to be a Steelers fan. But in all reality, too, I will never stop supporting this team. And I will try and get your guys hyped up as much as we can. And if we crash again, we crash again. You know what I'm saying? You pick yourself up and you try again. I think we've got to show a little bit of adversity and not say the season's over, because it's not over. You can go on to win 15 games now or 16 games. Or even win 10 or 11, 12 games, and you have a chance for the playoffs. But it's not over yet. Pepper had to load up on 5-hour energy. Fantastic. Chloe was sad. I was too, man. I was just, it was just tough. It was tough. It was hard. Yeah, we're not getting JJ. The biggest question is who's number 4? Who's number 4 receiver? I think they've got Amari Cooper's in there. I think he's in there for sure. Let me see. I got to see their roster. I wonder how they played last week. Let me see how they played last week. I know the defense took over the Bengals. That's for sure. Bengals versus Browns stats 2023. Right. I've only seen the highlights. I haven't seen who caught the ball and whatnot. Bengals Browns 5 days ago. Because they're going to run Chubb. They're going to run Nick Chubb for sure. So D Watson got. Oh, wow. They had 9 passing first downs and 12 rushing first downs as well. So the box score was 24-3. Joe Burrow went 14-13. Everyone's saying Kenny sucks. Well, Joe Burrow sucked too, by the way. 14-31, 82 yards, 2.6 average. So Joe Burrow was under the pump. Deshaun Watson was 154, 5.3, 1 TD, 1 sack, 1 interception, 3 sacks. So he didn't have the best day, but they can run the rock too. They ran the rock for 106 yards with Nick Chubb and Watson as well, 45 yards. So that was probably the difference. Who is their receiving core? Is Elijah Moore, Amari Cooper, Njoku. No one's super crazy, maybe besides Amari Cooper. So if our secondary can show up, we have a chance, I think. But But the other guy too, who was taking care of the receivers for the Browns was Greg Dilp, and he was playing really well, and so was Denzel Ward. So look, it's AFC North football. It's not over. We're fine, and I think we can start to move on. All right. Anyone else in the house? I feel okay. You don't even support them. Oh man, that's funny. Flabbergasted. Oh no! You're trying to get that double money. In Australia, I think they're about $2, so you pretty much double your money. I tell you what, it's going to make the game exciting. I tell you that. Yes, I agree, Toddy, man. I agree. You know, I've been a Steelers fan far too long to freak out over one loss. It ain't even over. It's not over. It's just beginning. And if you're going to lose to anyone, that's the best team to lose to someone, to be honest. The 49ers. Like, that's the number one. Holy dooly. I took 5 out energy for liquor trucks today. I got you, not for the game. So you're on fire. On fire. We might we might get one jet sweep, you know. I gave you those towels, and they're not even for you, they're for your daughters. I gave you those 2 towels, they're for your daughters, they're not for you. Yeah, right. Righto, mate. They're not even for you. So, anyways, that's kind of my show today planned. I just wanted to catch up. I really just wanted to catch up and just get everything out from the ABs not coming to the Steelers. What did I see the other day? Hunter Renfrow not coming to the Steelers. Just overall crap, dude. There's so much crap on YouTube. There are a lot of channels out there, not saying who, but man, oh man, there is just a lot of crap. Just over dramatization of everything. Big Ben going to the Jets. Are you kidding me? It's not happening. Oh my goodness. Yeah, Steelers could make a splash play to replace Deontay. Not happening. You know what the Steelers are going to do? They're going to bring up Calvin Austin. They're going to bring up Fitzpatrick, and they're going to use those receivers for the next 4 weeks. They're not going to go out and make a trade for Hunter Renfrow. Not happening. I'm here. I've just done my part of the show that I just wanted to cover. Just wanted to cover a lot of stuff that's been happening that I didn't have a chance to the last 3 days while I was in Queensland. But they're not getting Hunter Renfrow is not coming to the Steelers to replace Deontay Johnson for 4 weeks. Nor are they getting JJ Watt. Now, I did talk about JJ Watt at the start of the year when I thought there might have been a possibility, but the longer the narrative goes on, the less likely it's going to happen. So people are still trying to get JJ Watt to the Steelers. Not going to happen. They're trying to get AB to the Steelers. Not going to happen. They're trying to get Le'Veon Bell to the Steelers. You guessed it. Not going to happen. So you won't see that here on this channel. I will tell you straight what I think is going to happen, and it won't be, you know. And also too, I did see there was drama around. Pickens that apparently he had texted or hearted a certain comment about someone on his Instagram, but Pickens came out and said he didn't do that. Now, in this day and age, impersonation is quite real. YouTube's cracking down on it. Over the last week or so, I've had someone impersonate my channel, and I've dealt with that, which was ridiculous. So people can grab a screenshot. They can type in a heart emoji. They can write their own text. Don't believe everything you see on the internet. As you guys know, you're a very intelligent fan base, intelligent group. Don't believe everything you see on the internet, right? Even me. Am I real? You don't know. But you did see me in that sweet suit I had too. Alrighty. G'day, Boomer Sooner. What's going on, mate? Yeah, I saw that one too. Trade for Mike Evans. Not going to happen. Oh, man. I like that, Toddy, man. You got 6 terrible towers. Put it wide. That's awesome. I like that. I've got about 6 too, I think. Maddie's given me like 2 or 3. Would you sign Brown? No, I'm kind of done with him, man, to be honest. Like me, my personal opinion, I'm just done. And AB, do your thing. We'll do our thing. I'm done with you. I don't really care about him being a Steeler for life or the contract or coming back to the Steelers. I think he's burnt his bridges. He's burnt that many bridges in Pittsburgh. There's none left. I think he's done. I think overall he's done. They don't want to have anything to do with him. So imagine that. The Bears, we don't want him back too, by the way. Claypool had 0 catches. You know, a fun fact? A fun fact is the Bears, ever since trading for Claypool, the Bears haven't won a game. They've won 0 games. So they need to get rid of Claypool too. I think they need to get rid of him. It'd be crazy. I'd support Ben a little bit, but overall, I'd still want my team Steelers to win. But I would support, I'd support Ben a little bit. He's cool now. He's got a podcast, a family. I doubt he's coming back. It's just not going to happen. But Boomer Sooner's got your Lions coming up too. Lions versus Seattle. You're playing some good football. You're biting kneecaps. You're doing really well. I reckon you're going to go 2-0. Is that in reference to T.O.? Oh, yeah, apparently T.O. too. T.O. was in the building. Terrell Owens was in the building as well. Just so many things are happening. I just don't understand. See, even that one, just me. I don't believe that. I just, you have your take, I have mine. I just don't believe it. I don't believe that Big Ben is going to be offensive coordinator. Do you know why? Because I think I think he's done with that side of football. You look at his podcast, he's building that dream there. He can talk his football, he can have his take. He doesn't need to coach or lead anyone. He just does his stuff. And he's got his family now. I don't think he's going to come back to the Steelers or someone like that. But it'd be interesting if he does. But can the player turn into a coach just like that? I don't think so with Big Ben as well. It might be trade for, and they're back too. But I think Kelsey's back as well. Insane, man. It is insane. It really is. Yeah, they did. Casey looked completely different too. I've actually got this week too. My pick'ems. I've got Jags having an upset. I think the Jags can beat them again. I think. I know they got Kelsey back, but I think they're playing. Are they playing in Jags Stadium? I don't know. Something tells me the Jags might win this game 24 or 25-24 or something like that. I got Jags with the upset. No, there were no spiders at all. There were none. Yep, dead set. He's not coming back. He's set in. I think. That's the thing I wanted to clear it up. This reason why I did today was really catch up. Is there's no AB, there's no JJ Watt, there's no Hunter Renfrow, and there's no Big Ben being offensive coordinator. The issues that we have right now is Matt Canada does look the same. It does. Can it get better? We hope so. The issues was Mike Tomlin ready for the opponent? Maybe not, right? But the opponent was fantastic. So I understand the frustration on one side. But on the other side, it's just one game. If the Steelers bounce back against the Browns and we beat them 31, 28, 27 to something, to 20, it's back to 1-1, and we are happy campers yet again on our side. All right. Hurly durly. All right, Alex, I'll see you later, mate. I think that's in reference to see you later. Yeah, 100%. G'day, Vegas. What's up? Yeah, I got a I got a haircut. I got a haircut for the wedding I went to with me and Maddie. He's like, I love his setup. He's got a bar and a podcast. I would love to have that, what he's got, but he's worked hard to get it, right? Holy dude, you guys are going crazy in the chat. Fun fact, Steelers are not winning. That's so true. I gotta show the people. I gotta show the people my I'll show them the my photo. The one I sent to you, Dylan. Did I put that up? I don't know where I put that. I don't know where it is. Oh, you guys saw it. It was in the community post. Yeah. I tell you what, I look pretty good. I looked pretty good the other day. I felt like $1 million wearing that suit. I don't normally get dressed up like that. I normally just wear shorts and thongs and t-shirt. I don't normally get dressed up all spruced up like that. So it was kind of cool. What am I doing here? People were still angry about Kenny Pickett. I can't believe it. Just the one. It's just the one. It's one game. I just never thought we'd be like this after one damn game. That people would be that frustrated after one game. You know, or they give up. Where is the guy? Oh yeah, here he is. Oh wait a minute. Hang on. Here's me in the suit, right? Mavo de Santa. I like that. Oh, man, it's getting hot in my room today already. Oh yeah, here he is. Check this bloke out. You know, you talk about selfies and whatnot. So no, I had a good time. Had a good time at the wedding. I'm kind of cool. I'm back now though. Look at this guy. Woo! Check that out, eh? Who's that bloke? Yeah, man. Did I do selfies right or what? Dude, I was on point, man. Look at that. Getting all the babes. And now I'm in like a pickleball t-shirt. Yeah, pretty much like all weekend I just wore shorts and my Steelers gear. That's all I got. No, we don't. Thank you, Yui, for the $2. We need to start. No, we don't. We don't need to mark the mullet. I don't even know. No, I don't think we do. Yeah, look, I look like not to to give myself a pat on the back. I thought I looked pretty cool, man. I was like, compared to this guy, like here, I thought I looked pretty cool. I was like pretty snazzed up. I was it kind of felt fun to be looking like $1 million. You know what I'm saying? Felt pretty cool. But we're not starting a mullet fund. I don't want to. Nah, I don't think. Nah, I just nah. No, that didn't happen either. Thank you, Pepper. The average temp is about 87 degrees right now. It's hot. Oh boy. No, wait, 82. 82 degrees at Fahrenheit. It is pretty warm today. Very warm. But there is no. G'day, Blue Nose. There is no mullet fund, right? I don't think so. Not yet. Anyways, that's kind of all I wanted to say. I feel caught up. I feel good over the next 2 days. What have we got? How many days are we away? Today is Friday, Saturday. Wait, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. What? 3 days away from Steelers football. So, yep, should be good. Oh yeah, he's good, man. He's all ready to go. Oh boy, Snaz, right? Snaz, yeah, look cool. We don't need a fund for anything, man. We don't need a fund for anything. There is no mullet. I don't want a mullet. G'day, Frosty. What's going on? Yeah. Licensed drink. I had a few sherbets up there. Had a few beers. Good, pretty good. It's pretty good, man. It is warm. It's warm in here. It feels like 100 degrees in here. Oh, dude. All right. So what are we looking forward to as we start to wind up? What are we looking forward to? Like, I guess the big question is, no, actually, no. Will the Steelers be competitive? You know, can we win the game? Yes. I think it's a 50-50. I think Browns can win. I think we can win. But if we lose, what do you want to see? Do you want to see the guys run for 120 yards? Or I think what we haven't seen for years, and in some games as well, when we get blown out, they just don't put things together. We see them get bashed up like that, where McCaffrey's getting 150 yards, all that stuff. He's getting blown away. The run defense was non-existent. We couldn't run the ball. So you just want to see them, be competitive. And we're not seeing that. We saw it last year, but the first week we're not seeing that. So to me, I just want to see the players turn up and play hard and just give it all their effort, right? And I think we will see a bit of a bounce back, a bit of a, because the Steelers, they don't want to get embarrassed, but we haven't got the leaders like Cam and DJ's out too, and he's a good route runner. So that means that Pickens and Robinson and Calvin Austin all got to step up, and Kenny Pickett has to play better. He didn't play very good last week. So I think we're kind of all on that same page. Holy dooly. Oh, wow, 98. That's pretty hot too. Steelers might sign him with a nice mullet. Yeah, I'll be 34. How's that? I am 34 this year. That's crazy. So I'll be streaming the game on my birthday. Steelers versus Bengals, and they better win. And I hope we're good too. Frosty said pound the rock and stop. Yeah, exactly right. 6 sacks. I like that. Yeah, I hear you. Execution of the plays. I hear you. We aren't losing the Stains. Yeah, I think they're going to play some good football, but I feel like it's Monday Night Football. I reckon you give them the ball. I reckon why you took the ball last week and tried to start to go over the Niners defense was an error. I think you set the tone, you give the ball to Watson, and you stop them 3 and out, and then you get the ball back. That's what I would do. Clovis says run the ball, a few passes, TJ Sacks, galore. Yep. I think it's just a whole new start. Just start again. We saw the offseason. We know the players are here. They just got to buy in, and they need to just play better football. They should all be embarrassed, really, for that week 1 start, and I think they will. Intensity, high energy, smash mouth football. I hear that. Yes, Chubb is one of those ones. Yep, it is. So I'll be doing on the 24th. It will be my birthday, and we'll be doing Steelers versus Bengals. I think I'll like my 10 a.m. So I think we're going to have like a lunch before or something before that, but it's going to be fantastic. Yeah, and I hear that side too. Don't you worry. I hear that side as well. I see it all. I see it all. G'day, William. What's going on? Need leg tackles, yep, and stop Chubb. Exactly right. I think we're all on the same page. I think it's just a blowout, and now we have to rally behind the team, or at least, we want to see some actual football being played. Get Freiermuth involved. Kenny Pickett, actually playing a good game and not turning the ball over, and don't throw the football 46 times. Run Warren, run Najee. If that's not working, then feed in Warren or feed in McFarland. McFarland played pretty good on kickoff return too, by the way. He was getting 25, 27 yards. There's a lot of things like that I think that was missing from the game and was really frustrating. Overall frustrating for us to watch. G'day, no one. What's going on, mate? I was like, what are you talking about? Yeah, 34, man. That's crazy. Oh, you're 23rd. So you're the 23rd. Okay. Well, I think in America, yes. So Steelers versus Bengals is on the 23rd, correct? So technically, wait a minute. I think that your birthday is on the 23rd and mine's on the 24th, which means at the same time we are watching the same game, Steelers versus Bengals. Is that right? I think that's right. I think that's because you're 23rd, I'm 24th, the same time. We get to watch Steelers versus Bengals and hopefully beat them. But that's a long way away. I think that's right. Right? Yeah. Oh, no. Oh, Yuli, mate. Oh, yeah, sorry, December. It was okay, squash that. It's December. Okay, 23rd of September. No, mine's December. But Yuli, everyone, let's do fireworks for Yuli. What are you doing? Those are you, Yuli. Those are your fireworks, mate. As my dog's going off. All right, guys, I'm going to get out of here because I'm going to have some lunch today. I feel like it was a pretty good catch up. And thank you for everyone coming to chat. We'll play some music as we go out. But don't give up yet. Don't give up just yet. The Steelers have a long way to go. And by the way, I didn't wait 7 months to give up. I didn't wait 7 months to complain and go, oh, we suck and the season's over. No, I didn't wait that long to do that. All right. And I'll see you later. That was a great catch up. That's all I wanted to do was catch up just to see where we are and see what happens next. 100%. Yep. Yep. No, I think Yui's done. I think he's over now. I think Yui's out. I think he's out. All right. Thank you, Chloe. Thank you, Jedel. Thank you, Frosty. Thank you, William, Vegas, Pepper, Toddy, Brian. I think I spat. Brian, no one you know. Blue Nose, William again. Who else we got? Just Meals in the house. I think Rod was in the house. Vegas, Selected Under, Blue Nose. And I'm trying as many as I can. And that's all it goes back to. So if I do forgot you, I do apologize, but I'll see you guys later. That was fantastic. Great catch up. And hopefully I'll see you guys either tomorrow or the next day. And we just keep our optimism high. Not over yet. It's let's be honest, it's fucking one game. It's fucking one game. It's one game. One fucking game. And that's it. One game. That's all it is. One game and we're good. That's it. All right, guys. I'll see you later.